I really believe we're probably, Mr. President, by far closer than ever before with both parties. If it went really well, maybe a few weeks, and if it went poorly longer, and if it went really poorly, it's not going to happen.
20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S., Europe, Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Prosperity plan being finalized.
That was President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy speaking yesterday. Both leaders, as you heard, hailing some major progress towards a potential peace deal with Russia. Others wondering quite what was changed from the meeting. Meanwhile, President Trump today has just said he had a positive call with Russia's Vladimir Putin regarding Ukraine. Let's get that and indeed where we're going with meetings with Netanyahu later today as well. We bring in Bloomberg Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall. So we do see real motion, at least. It feels like momentum is there from a verbal perspective around Ukraine, Russia, and potentially a peace deal. But where do we stand in reality, Tyler?
Right, exactly, Caroline. I mean, pretty significant, of course, as you mentioned, that redhead hitting the terminal at the top of the hour, that President Trump has now held his second call 2 days in a row with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Yesterday, of course, coming before he met face-to-face with the Ukrainian President Zelensky. The thing is that there are still a lot of big sticking points that really do need to be addressed, despite both sides, the Ukraine and the U.S., saying that they're making progress here. Of course, the thorniest issue, perhaps, when President Trump was asked directly yesterday is what is going to happen when it comes to the future of potential territory concessions in eastern Ukraine in the Donbas region. It is our understanding that the latest draft agreement would include a referendum vote to allow Ukrainians to decide what happens to that region. But Ukraine needs to see some critical conditions met first, including that Russia would withdraw its troops from that region. That, I would say, is probably the most outstanding issue that still needs to be addressed here. In terms of progress in other areas, as you heard the Ukrainian president mentioning the security guarantees, we are starting to glean additional details on how these would be structured after Bloomberg News had previously reported it could mirror something close to NATO's Article 5 mutual defense clause, though, of course, without Ukraine actually joining into NATO. Our understanding is this would be a 15-year term in terms of a security guarantee with the possibility to extend it. A lot of things need to happen here, including that it could likely be codified by the United States Congress. But there was new reporting earlier today, Caroline and Paul, that Ukraine wants to see that extended even further. They want on the books that these guarantees could go 30 to 50 years. So that is just one of the many outstanding questions as these negotiations continue.